Never mind that. Never mind. Let's think. We're not going to go to a £1 million kitchen or even a 100k kitchen. Let's talk about going from, say, a 5k to a 10k, or in terms of what Zach's doing, going from a 4k bathroom to a 7k bathroom, and he's exactly the same. He's just put his prices up. Well, that's the first thing you can do. Just ask for more money. Just say the words. You know, the three easiest ways to raise your prices, the very easiest of all, is to say the words £7,000 instead of £4,000. You've got to change one word.
Yeah.
You just change a 4 for a 7. You know, the space between them on the keyboard is about 2.5 inches between a 4 and a 7. No, 4 and a 7. There are 2 inches. You know, that's all it is. Here's a fucking true story for everyone listening to this. I once, because of the exchange rate at the time, I nearly doubled my prices by accident. Guy asked me for a quote on a sales letter. I sent back and I said, yeah, that will be, I think it's $4,000. And he came back, sorry, I not doubled it. I did 50% to my prices, beg your pardon. And he came back and he said, yeah, that's $6,700 and something. And I thought, what? I still think there's no way. That's not even close. What happened there? So I looked back at my original email, and what I'd done, I'd accidentally put the pound sign in instead of a dollar sign. So I quoted him £4,000. He'd gone away and done the exchange. It was a good exchange rate. It came back at $6,700 and something. And he just said, yeah, go ahead. That was the moment, that was before I left the UK, I realised how elastic price was.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I charged, he thought I'd charged him $2,700 more than I actually had, and he just went for it straight away, which still charged, but I didn't charge enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was nice. And it was a great success. We filled a 50-seat seminar in 9 days at $3K a pop. So he made $150K out of it. With good ROI.
Not bad.
Then on the back of that, he sold 90% of the room on a $1,500 a month continuity program. So he was well pleased with the work I'd put in for him. So it's just as simple as that. Ask for more money. Everyone do it.
I have a similar, I tell you what, it's not even similar, but I've got a pricing story that people should be able to relate to. Facebook marketer, young, prices started at 500. Everyone said yes. Was told I was far too cheap by you and several others. So I doubled it to £1,000. Every other sales opportunity, everyone said yes. So I doubled it again to £2,000. Everybody said yes. I went from 500 to £2,000 in the space of a month and a half.
And no price resistance, yeah.
Not once.
I remember.
Not once. Not one bit of price resistance.
I would actually say the people, when you were charging them more, people probably felt better about it.
Yeah, because they I didn't know my own value, but they knew the value I was bringing them because they could see it in the fucking ROI.
Well, it's also in terms of you feel more comfortable because you feel saying it's 2K a month makes you seem much more trustworthy than 500 a month.
Far more capable.
Because you're obviously confident about what you're doing. Because, you know, I assume you know about, I know you do, but I mean, as a buyer coming to you, I would assume you know about ROI. Well, that kind of tells me you know about ROI.
Yeah.
You're only charging me 500 quid. I'm thinking, well, you don't really understand the ROI.
Yeah, so therefore you don't understand that.
That's almost a subconscious thought process, but it's there.
It is, and that's how the clientele you want to be chasing think. Because I remember I was in a room with you and several other elites at the time, and I said the £500 price point was, you know, what I was charging, and everyone laughed. I was told to double it there and then, so I did. And then at the end, even after these people had told me to double it, they said, so when can we start? And they were the ones that just told me to double it because they felt better giving me £1,000 than 500 because it was the top of the top clientele.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember telling you there's a lady used to do some work for me, and it's not quite the same as premium pricing, although I did tell her to charge me more, but she struggled. She had a bad back injury. I bought her office chair. She wasn't an employee or anything, but I just paid out of my own pocket for her to have a chair, $250. She was in the States, an expensive chair. And she said, why are you doing this? I says, because what it means is it means you can give me a better service.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to pay me back, you know, and if I don't give you, and it's yours to keep forever. But it means that when you're doing my work, you're more comfortable. You can focus more on giving me quality work.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't believe it.
And selfishly, you'll get preferential treatment. You should always pay people more when you can.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get, here's a tip for everyone. If you want to get extremely good service at a restaurant, assuming it's a good restaurant, not just any old cheap place you want that works so well, but any good restaurant, pay your waiter the tip before he starts serving you the meal.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll just fold it up, stick it in that top pocket. What can I get you, sir?
Yeah, it's
great. It's great.
I think that's in case of forget later.
So we've gone on massive tangents already. So the first way to
ask for more money
is to ask for more money, and the second way is
to the experience.
What do you mean
just
by
make
that?
It I mean, and there's so many ways of doing that. I mean, it depends what you're doing. Mate of mine, Charles
Manson.
No, he's dead now anyway. Can't remember his fucking name. It's Charlie someone. He's a dentist.
It doesn't matter.
Charlie Martin over in the States. Dentist, does the Invisalign braces, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just selling Invisalign braces, there's probably a natural limit to what you can sell them for, because other people are selling Invisalign braces for a certain amount. So you're comparing like for like. So what he did, he increased and improved the experience of going to his dental practice. And what he did, he turned his waiting room into a fucking arboretum with giant trees in it, and had a full-time concert pianist to give the place a nice ambience. The dentistry is the same. The experience of going to the dentist is something else. Another dentist had a card for it. He used to deal with children, and got the card stamped, and if you got the card full, he would buy the child a bike. But again, that's improving the experience, because the child ended up wanting to go to the dentist because he or she knew he or she would be getting a bike at the end of it. So all the resistance went to going to the dentist, which meant it was easy for the parents too.
And the kids going, "Mummy, I want to go to the dentist."
Kind of, yeah. You know, I mean, I was never a problem going to the dentist, but I know some kids, even some adults are afraid of it. That other dentist, Paddy Lund in Australia, when you go to his thing, not only can you not just become a patient, you have to be referred, but you have to refer other patients too. It's part of the deal. But when you go to his practice, you're the only one in the building except for him and his assistant. And, you know, your name is on the waiting room door and things. It's all about the experience. You could do that as any healthcare practitioner could take Paddy Lund's model and just do it. Anyone, straight away, carbon copy. In our business, we improve the experience with things like the mugs and the hats and the t-shirts printed on the front, the meetings we go to, the meal when we're at the meetings, things like that. You know, any business can improve the experience. Painters, decorators, anyone going B2C into a house to do trades work. If obviously you're looking at high end, so you're not just talking about putting in a fucking plug in the wall for 50 quid. You know, you're doing a kitchen for 7K, you'd normally be selling for 3K or 4K. Well, what you do then is maybe you give them a voucher to go out for a fucking meal on a Saturday night. It might cost you 100 quid, but you've just made 3K extra fucking profit.
Yeah.
We send them away for the weekend, might cost you 300 quid. But again, you just made 3K profit. You just give the lady or get the lady sent round a bunch of flowers, because everyone knows women love fucking flowers. And it's usually the woman who decided to have the kitchen, the bathroom or the bedroom.